Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Tier 10 Japanese tank destroyer, the Hori. Now, this is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, Tier 10 tank destroyer to currently grind in World of Tanks Blitz. While it may look like a bunch of Lego Duplo blocks stuck together, it really does do the part, and the main thing is that massive menacing gun on the tank. If you were to look at the gun's dispersion and the aiming time and the DPM, you would start to see why it's so strong. Aiming time of 2.9 seconds is through the roof. The dispersion at 100 meters, 0.308, and as well only having a 10-second reload for 560 alpha, giving you 3,325 DPM is through the roof as well. Not to mention, this vehicle on the hidden on-movement dispersion values is through the roof. Pretty much you can turn this tank however you like, and the gun's not going to disperse in the slightest of bits. The average penetration on the standard is 310, and the average on the premium, which is also AP, meaning that it gets 5 millimeters, or 5 degrees, should I say, of shell normalization. It's like more 420 millimeters of effective penetration on the premium round. So, yeah, that is the Hori, a vehicle you really don't want to mess with. If you'll take a look, the premium rounds as well are only 15 less damage than standard. So a lot of people don't even shoot standard in it because what's the point? Yeah, Wargaming did a weird job balancing out this tank, and I figured, you know what, in today's video, let's pull it out. This is a vehicle that I really don't like to pull out, and it's not because I do bad in it, it's actually quite the contrary. My average damage for about the 60 games I've played in it is 3,600, or at least it is currently, before recording today's video. And I don't really like to mess with certain tank statistics, and this is one vehicle that I really never cared enough to pull out again, so yeah, I just kind of left the statistics the way it is. But the reason the Hori is able to get out so much damage is it's kind of the same thing I say about the Leopard 1. It's got such an accurate gun and so much damage per minute, it doesn't miss its shots. So every shot in a 268, which, by the way, the 268 is not inaccurate, but the thing is that the 268, you still dunk a couple shells, maybe one or two a battle, where the Hori, you would not have dunked that shell, and if it bounced, like maybe on the upper plate of a mouse, this tank would have just cut right through, no problem whatsoever. So the thing is that I rarely miss shells in the Hori, and when I do, it's more of a fluke, it's probably my fault, other than the Hori. And when you hit your shots, if you have to load the premium, you pretty much penetrate through everything. In fact, if you are running calibrated shells on the Hori, you can pen through a Kronwagen fully hull down on the turret, which is ridiculous. There's not one other tier 10 tank destroyer in the game that can do that, and that's of course because of the premium shells being AP. It's got that shell normalization. If you don't know what shell normalization is, it is a long topic, but pretty much it makes your pen a lot better than, let's say, heat shells and as well a PCR. So what do we have on the enemy team? We've got a 183, which is of course extremely deadly, especially to this vehicle because of the massive size and as well the very little armor on the sides. We are up against a grill, which is okay, I guess, and as well the Hori for the tier 10 tank destroyers. Other than that, really all they have is just Sheridan. I don't understand why they would put 3 tier 10 tank destroyers on both teams. That doesn't make sense because literally the whole team is made up of tank destroyers at tier 10. But remember I said the gun really doesn't disperse. You can see that the aiming circle, really, that's it. That's the whole aiming circle. That it just doesn't disperse. So you really don't miss your shots in this vehicle. So it's kind of crazy how dead-eye accurate the gun is. Now we got the M103 right out in the open, and we're just going to pull right over the ridge and maybe get a nice snap into him. Here we go, aiming in on that M103, and boop, there you go, nice little tap, taking off a big chunk there. I'm not sure exactly how much it took off, but I know it lit him on fire, which of course is quite a bit on its own. We'll see if that ST1 wants to peek this. Come on, you know you want to. Ooh, he was close. Oh, there he goes, and there's another penetrating shot onto the enemy tanks. So we've already done 1,117 damage in 2 shells fired, and we're gonna see if that M103 wants to peek it. We're gonna wait around the corner for him, I guess. Yep, there goes the M103, and there's another penetration rate on this vehicle. Like, as I said, I can penetrate the upper plate of an M103 with like no struggles whatsoever. We got the ST1, and ooh, that was actually my fault, to be fair. That was a big fail from me. So we got the ST1, we've got the grill off to the side, and honestly, I'm thinking that we could easily take out this ST1 if I play correctly. I don't really need much help from the team because, you know, I've got enough DPM to easily take this guy out. So let's aim in on his turret, and boop! Thank you very much for 534 hit points. Now, you will see that this tank does have weird armor. It's not necessarily the best. Like, I would not be surprised, well, I was going to say not be surprised if this guy pens me, but, well, it doesn't look like he's going to be doing that anytime soon. But nonetheless, we've already done 2,698 damage, and in a couple more seconds here, we'll easily be able to tap this ST1 right in the armor and finish him off. So Yeah, fair and balanced vehicle, right? Well, it's not necessarily overpowered. It's just that it doesn't bounce, like, ever. So every shell you fire in this vehicle, it just pens. And you saw the only shot that I haven't penned so far was a miss on the ST-1's frontal armor, which if it would have hit, I can almost guarantee that it would have penetrated. So there are a couple issues with this vehicle. As I said, it's big, and size is not always great. You don't want to be the largest target because, of course, you can very easily get hit by enemy opponents. As well, you can see the power-to-weight ratio. It struggles on the tank trying to get in the position, which isn't the best. And we're going to aim in on this Hori right here, finish him off. Big roll there as well. Usually don't expect to roll that high, but you know what? Sometimes you get lucky. Let's aim in on this 183 though. See if we can get one more nice snap. Can't load the HE, but that's fine. We got enough DPM, especially if we're putting on gun rammer to keep tapping him. Even if he taps us, you can see that we're just reloading pretty dang quickly here. And we did not get out any more damage than that, but still that 183 got yeeted and deleted by our FE-Tune 5B 183. So as you can see, I was able to use the mobility, at least downhill, to get to the ST-1. It goes 50 kilometers per hour forward, and it does have a bad power to weight and bad terrain resistance, but nonetheless, we did 4,211 damage. We missed one shell, and every shell that did hit penetrated, as I said. So that is the thing about the Hori, is it just doesn't miss. And that miss was more my fault. I kind of knew that it wasn't going to hit. It was a little 50-50 chance that it would have. And yeah, he backed up just in time. So I'm not blaming the Hori for missing that shot. And of course, let's load into one more battle here to see if we can keep up. That's, I can't even call it luck, to be fair. But I guess that's just the Hori for you in a nutshell. So there's also some other really good and funny weird statistics about the Hori. It actually has good armor, which is funny, because you wouldn't think that Japanese tanks actually have good armor. Well, I guess when you talk about the Type 4 and Type 5 Heavy, they have a lot of armor. But at least the Japanese tanks we have in Blitz don't necessarily have the strongest armor, apart from like the STB-1, the Type 61, and this vehicle, of course, being named after the Hori, you know, you wouldn't think it has armor, but it really does, which is surprising. Now, it's not the most armor. It's not like the Jagdpanzer 100 sitting at 300 millimeters base, you know, it's not ridiculously thick, but it's thick enough at 250 millimeters on the cheeks. The lower plate's about 250 as well. The whole front of this vehicle is about 250 millimeters, which means that you will get bounces occasionally. You know, vehicles like the U100, the WZ-113, they'll struggle to penetrate this tank, you know, time to time, which is good because that means that you do have at least something occasionally to fall back on. So let's aim in on that E100, and there you go. That is the Hori gun once again, showing that it really just doesn't miss. Nice, easy shot right on that E100's turret. Maybe even able to get another one out if we do it correctly here. So let's aim in on that E100 once again and fire. Oof, actually going into his mantlet. Not necessarily what I like. Okay, let's retry that. We got plenty of time. Just pull back out. Aiming, and fire. There you go. Another nice tap into that E100's turret already. So we've tapped off 1,100 hit points. I'm not sure if that E100 is going to test his luck again. I doubt it. There's really, I can't imagine he's going to pull out again. There's no way. But as well, we got like the WZ-113 off to the side. If he tries pulling up, we'll get a nice shot into him. We got the 121B. Boop. Nice tap into him for 550. Like, really, you can see that it's such a strong vehicle. And the armor works. Like, I did get a bounce there, which is kind of funny. But yeah, we got a bounce. Let's finish off the Kampfpanzer. We got hit by the Sheridan in the side. But yeah, we're doing okay. You know, we're holding. We're trying to do the best we can, at least trying to support my team. We got the Sheridan all the way in the back, who we just got a nice little slap into as well for another 500. And we're already sitting at 2,600 damage, which is really impressive when you think about it. Now, if the enemy Sheridan tries to run away, there's not much we can really do to him. And as well, we got like the WZ-113 right here, who, boom, big old snap right into his vehicle. Let's back in the cover once again. Oh, WZ-121B, not liking his tank too much right now. Let's see if we can get one more tap into the WZ-113. There you go. Another nice snap. Already 3,700 damage picked up. And really, that's just the Hori. Like, as I said, it's ridiculous how accurate the gun is, how well it works. I don't know if that Sheridan's going to try and shoot, or what he's going to do, but I don't want to be detected by him, of course, because it is a Sheridan, and it's a very deadly vehicle at that. So let's see if we can finish off the E100. There you go. Nice old HE. That shell velocity, though, didn't seem super fast, actually, which is quite surprising. But you know what? We've done a decent job so far. I've got to try and take out that Sheridan on the enemy team. That's the most important thing, at least I personally feel, because, of course, the Sheridan's the only vehicle that can kind of get away from me. So let's see where the Sheridan's going to go. If he's still sitting right around this corner, which I hope. If the Sheridan is right here, which it is, come on, fire. Oh, Wargaming, you let me down. Well, he can't really pen me unless he shoots a missile, to be fair. Well, I guess he went right through our track wheel. Huh, big sad. Well, you know what, we're just going to pull up. We got enough HP to take at least 1 or 2 shells from him, so maybe we can just keep pulling up here. I'm going to try and get him to run away. That's, I think, the biggest brain idea I have is if we get him to run away, I can try and support my teammate from maybe the FE Tune 5B183 if we play this correctly, or we can try and hit the Sheridan as he's running for his getaway, which is exactly what I'm going to try and do. Maybe we can snap the Sheridan out in the open here. Is he out in the open, though? That's the real question I got. Oh, no, he's backing back into his corner here. So let's see if we can tap the Sheridan. Come on. Oh, we did. Yes, you can see the Hori gun once again being ridiculously accurate as it is. And yeah, pretty nice shot coming out there from the Hori. Now this Sheridan has to turn around, and because of that, we should easily be able to bait him out for our E100 here, and E100 should be able to get the kill. Come on, E100, I believe in you. Okay, come on, E100, get the shell. Oh, you missed. Of course you missed. Huh. Well, you know what? It's fine because we're able to turn quick enough just to say goodbye. Yes, look at that. Hori for the win. So this is why the Hori is such a strong vehicle. Is as you saw, we were just able to penetrate through everything, like with no effort whatsoever. The WZ-113 literally looked like a light tank when we were shooting at it, and that is just what makes it so ridiculously strong, is the capabilities to punch through armor. Those were standard shells we were shooting that E100 with, and it looked like butter. It is just such a strong vehicle, and that is why I personally feel that the Hori is by far one of the best tier 10 tank destroyers you can currently grind for. I would definitely suggest to go for it. The whole line is not too bad. They've all got great penetrating guns. The tier 9 I think is great, the tier 8, even the tier 7 being one of the strongest tier 7 tank destroyers. I would definitely suggest to get your hands on the Hori. I think this is the Hori type 3 if I'm not mistaken. I'm actually not sure. I guess it's just the Hori. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, to be seeing you in the next one.